What's up, issue? For today's video, with a Gliscor sweep. Gliscor is a pretty cool Pokemon, and it's mostly used as more of a defensive wall such support Pokemon. So I definitely knew that it had the capacity to be more of a sweeping Pokemon too. So I gave it a move and a Terra that would work together rather nicely, and had some pretty good results with it. So it's got some nice stats. It's got a nice defensive stat which allows it to be able to set up. Its speed isn't all that bad either. 95 base speed isn't too bad, and it's got some reasonable bulk about it. The only thing is that 4 times weakness, and it does take a fair bit of damage from special moves. We got a battle here. This one is against Jelly Beanish, and I actually had this one yesterday, and they had a Gliscor lead. So I was like, all right, this is going to be interesting. See if I can beat this opposing Gliscor. So my first Pokemon is going to be Smeargle. The only thing I wanted this for was Sticky Web, but when I look at their team, I actually don't think, when I was looking at the team preview, I didn't think I actually needed it that much, but I thought I'd just start with it to see what they would lead with, right? So I got the web down. They're going to protect and get their little Toxic Orb up there with Poison Heal. And then I thought, well, they're either going to go for Earthquake or they're going to go for Toxic here. So I'm going to go for Parting Shot, drop its stats, and then swap in my own Gliscor to get a nice free swap in for hopefully an easy W. Let's get it. Well, unfortunately, the Lunala there, its ability saved it. Otherwise, I easily would have got through their team. I did contemplate going for dual wing beat, but judging on the damage that it did earlier on, I don't think that was going to be enough to feint it either. If I had, say, another, maybe Stealth Rock on the field, I definitely would have got through that. But that's how it is. Anyway, we got another battle here. This is against, was it Leader N or Champion N or something, whatever their trainer name is. And we got a Glimora lead, a very, very rare lead. Totally never seen one of these in my life. Now, as I said, I was just doing some normal battles with this team. I wasn't really going for a Gliscor sweep at all, especially in this battle here. So I had this sub-punching Breloom, all the way back and forth, Jen. You ran this, you see this set a fair bit. And I was trying to take the Glimora out with it. And I wasn't really worried about it, because if it put Toxic Spikes on the field, I had a Poison Heal team, right? So I almost took the Gliscor out. I was very, very close there, and I managed to put Toxic Spikes on the field, which is good for my team that I was actually running. So I've got my Poison Heal going here. The bad thing here was that the Glimora was outspeeding me, right? So I had Facade here as well, and I thought, you know what, I'll just use that and sack it off. It actually looks like Breloom's got slippers on. I just realized that from the side. It looks like it's got them slippers on. All right, let's get this Gliscor sweep. Alright, so we got the sweep there in the end against that team. I knew it was going to happen eventually. It was pretty decent. So this is the full moveset build here for my Gliscor, my sweeping Gliscor. And we'll go over it and I'll talk about what happened in that other battle. So that battle actually went very, very well for me. The only thing I was a bit worried about there was the Salazzle at the end. So it had Protect and Flamethrower, but it didn't seem to have a Poison type move. So that would have hit me pretty hard there, not being a ground type anymore. So that was a little bit of a worry. Outside of that, it was all good. So this set is a Sword Dance set, as you can probably imagine, being a sweeper. And we've got +2 in attack using that, which is really good. Crab Hammer it actually learns, which is actually quite a nice move. It's got a good amount of base power too, and it works well with Terra Water. It also has a chance of critting too, one stage chance. It is a tiny little bit shaky on its accuracy, but I wanted to do a little bit of a challenge there, not just using the typical moves. Earthquake was sort of a staple there. I kind of needed that for, as you got to see, Toxapex. That's a real pain there, but I sort of fainted with the dual wing beat against the Glimmora earlier on, and then they set that in. I just one-shot it, so I didn't have to deal with any stalling there, which is good if you notice that. And dual wing beat was a stab flying move. It also was useful for getting around any Focus Sash or Sturdy on, a little bit more frail Pokemon, right? The EVs were max attack and max speed, and Jolly Nature definitely, you need as much speed as possible on this thing. And we've got Poison Heal and Toxicol, which works really, really cool. And that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.